Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be doing an update on this whole Dr. Disrespect story. Now, a few days ago, this massive news story broke where a former Twitch employee came to Twitter and accused Dr. Disrespect of some pretty insane stuff. To give you a short recap, if you don't want to go back and watch the first video, basically, a couple years ago, Dr. Disrespect was banned from Twitch, and we never really knew the reason why. Twitch never came out and told us why he was kicked off the platform. Dr. Disrespect never came forward to tell us why he was kicked off the platform, and so obviously we were just kind of left to speculate. Well, a couple days ago, these new allegations surfaced, claiming that Dr. Disrespect was banned from the platform for using a Twitch feature called Whispers to chat with a minor, okay? And they say that the Twitch employees could read it all in plain text. They made the decision to basically jump in and ban the guy before really anything could get out of control or whatever, right? Now, for several days now, this has just been going back and forward, right? There's a bunch of people who obviously believe the allegations. There's people out there calling Dr. Disrespect things like a groomer, a pedophile, things like that, right? For apparently attempting to meet up with a minor through Twitch. Well, with this whole situation, right, there's now some pretty new updates. So yesterday, I already kind of had a video planned because Dr. Disrespect had a moment on stream that honestly was pretty reminiscent of his last stream on Twitch. Now, if you guys remember that was a pretty weird phenomena, right, where he was obviously clearly unsettled on stream in his last Twitch stream. It seemed like he kind of knew the house of cards was falling. Well, the same thing kind of happened on his stream just yesterday during the Elden Ring DLC run that he promised.
Thank you for the 5. How we feeling, Doc? Says Roy. I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little fatigued. We came in here, champs. We came in here. High energy. But I'm telling you, man, I'm just feeling fatigued. Feeling a little burnt out. Yeah, but I appreciate you guys showing up. But I am serious when I say I'm feeling a little fatigued, you know? When shit like this happens over the weekend, and it just kind of, it's like how many times can I I don't, like, I'm actually tired of being on social media, and I've expressed that over the years, champs. I just, you know, I've always kind of hinted like it'd be nice to get off and just completely separate, right? Go live in Costa Rica or something. But I'm just feeling burnt out, you know? I came into this, when did we start streaming, champs? 2015, 16? Been doing this since 2009. Different scene back then, having a good time, playing the games that were fun to interact with and create content with. And over the years, it's just gotten, it's been drained out of me. It's being drained out of me. It's being drained out of my family and I. And I just feel like, you know, I had the mindset of, let's just see what happens today. How are we feeling? And I'll tell you, I just, I don't know. I'm just feeling burnt out. Maybe it's time to start something new, something different. You know, challenge those creative senses, a desire to explore different realms, if you will. But I think the first and foremost, though, is, you know, I did have a sort of a planned vacation coming up, and I think I might just extend that starting today, starting now. You know, let's take a step back. I mean, it is what it is. People get fatigued, right, champs? And to be honest, I don't know how long, you know, I know for my vacacion, how long my vacation is, but, you know, maybe I extend that. I do appreciate you guys, champs. And look out for the socials. I'll keep you updated when we'll be back. But I definitely need to take a break from everything. I think what I'm most interested in, and believe it or not, champs, because obviously when you're a top tier gamer like me, when your gaming skill set is just incredible, and you know, you look like this, you know, why wouldn't you want to be in front of the camera all the time? But I'm kind of, I'm exhausted in being in front of the camera. I'm exhausted being on socials. The industry's changed so much. Just so much different energy out there, negative energy and clashing, and from everything that we've experienced since we've started this whole journey together, you know what I mean, champs? And I'm just like, when I go outside, I just feel so much better. When I remove myself, what the hell is this, you know? So that's all I'm gonna say. Keep playing, Doc. We don't care. The fuck? Okay. I think when I say step away, I mean, I'm gonna have to relay this to the Midnight Society, but you know, maybe I step away from there too. Just completely remove myself from the scene. It's what I need to do. Take all the time you need, says Layer Cake. I appreciate that. Don't be a pussy. God damn it. Damn, now what? I mean, shit, there's 50 million other streamers you can watch right now. Get the break. Respect it, Doc. Okay, I appreciate that. It's time to drive into the sunset, says Swervin. Whew, man, I like your style. It might be time to drive in the sunset, champs. I appreciate all of you. Please, do me a favor. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Now, in this clip, you know, he mentions going to Costa Rica, which I'm not gonna lie, that was probably the worst place this guy could have listed off going to, because the first thing that everybody did in the comments when he said this was look up the age of consent in Costa Rica, which is 15, by the way. So now people are just clowning him in this clip for, you know, basically saying he's gonna go somewhere where 15-year-olds are legal and there's no extradition to the US. And of course, you know, he's mentioned, oh, it's time to ride off into the sunset and everything, right? So people are kind of taking this not only as an admission of guilt, but also as a sign that maybe Dr. Disrespect is trying to run away, I guess, from the whole situation. Now that brings us to today, where things caught fire once again. We have a statement from Dr. Disrespect, pretty lengthy one at that, but we also have a new report that came out today that has apparently, as sources, 3 ex-Twitch employees as well, working on the condition of anonymity, who are here to apparently confirm the claims that Dr. Disrespect was out here texting minors on Twitch. So Guy Beam, known online as Dr. Disrespect, is one of the top video game celebrities on social media with 4.7 million YouTube subscribers. He's worked with the San Francisco 49ers pro football team and been a spokesperson for Mountain Dew Soda. He was also banned 4 years ago by Amazon.com Inc.'s Twitch for violating its community guidelines. The chat app Discord followed, removing him from its partnership program after a report from a trusted industry peer, according to a spokesperson who didn't identify the actual source. The reasons for his banishment from Twitch were never given, but 3 people with knowledge of the matter said Beam was removed because he exchanged sexually explicit messages with a minor through the service's direct chat feature. He also asked a minor about her plans at the TwitchCon convention, according to 2 of the people who asked not to be identified discussing such a sensitive matter. A complaint was later filed with Twitch through its reporting system, the 2 said. So this is a new allegation, essentially, right? Now, it's basically alleging the same exact thing, but according to this here, it's just basically new people coming forward to say it, right? So now these allegations aren't just coming from this one ex-employee on Twitter that we were talking about in the last video. Now, apparently, it's him plus a few more, so far, anonymous people who are giving information to like legacy media here. Now, before we get really any further into this, I once again just want to provide that this is essentially the same allegation, right? This isn't really telling us anything new. There isn't really any like concrete 100% evidence dropped. Like, for instance, this article doesn't have like, you know, Twitch logs that show Dr. Disrespect was out here doing what he's accused, but it is more people coming forward to make the same allegation who apparently have knowledge of the matter, right? Now, I want to assume that a outlet like Bloomberg wouldn't just let 2 random people show up with no credentials, no proof, yada yada, and just make fucking allegations. You would think that in the background they had to have like shown some sort of evidence that they actually knew what they were talking about before, well, Bloomberg wrote an entire fucking write-up based on their word. And then now, of course, when this comes out, everything just catches fucking fire once again, right? Now there's several people making this allegation. You know, Dr. Disrespect, he's already given a couple, like, little, you know, smaller responses to this entire situation here. But today, when all of this also dropped, now there is a much larger, more direct response to everything here, and let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. So the post is titled, "The Twitch Ban. Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Games Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I'd never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Obviously, that is in regards to him being dropped from the game studio, the Midnight Society game studio yesterday amidst all the allegations. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything in the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Now, with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the fucking best community and circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this. To all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real-life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine. But I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear. Yeah, fucking right. Alright, like I said, I know that's a long one, right? That's a pretty long tweet to read. I just want to go ahead and clarify something I think is quite important in this entire thing right off the jump. Because I don't know how many people caught this when this actual tweet dropped. I was like, there 8 minutes after it came out. The initial version of the tweet, he literally outright says in the, in the whole thing, that there were, quote, Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017. Now, 10, 15 minutes after this tweet comes out that he posted, he goes back and uses the Twitter edit feature and he takes out the word minor so that it suddenly says, were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual back in 2017? But that's not where it ends. In fact, he edits it once again after that to re-add the word minor. Now, I'm going to assume he didn't, accidentally oopsie-daisy delete the word minor out of every word in that fucking thing, and then just had to add it back because he realized oh, well, I shouldn't have done that. That comes off as pretty fucking weird, as pretty shady, right? Because number one, right, like I said, these are multi-million-dollar businesses. Dr. Disrespect, it's not just a person, this is a business. For you to have to put out a statement like this, you would think, you'd proofread that shit 90 times before you hit post. Where you're literally openly admitting that you had Twitch whisper messages with a minor back in 2017. And then apparently you want to go back and edit it and, fucking take words out, put words back in, things like that, right? That is just the worst possible look that you could actually have in this kind of situation. On top of already admitting, he openly admitted, okay, that something happened. Dr. Disrespect literally tells us that he was Twitch whisper messaging with a minor back in 2017. But he claims there was no real intentions behind the messages. They were casual, mutual conversations that maybe leaned a little inappropriate, but nothing more. Now, I've already said, once again, there's no, concrete proof, like I said, chat logs that show Dr. Disrespect getting fucking freaky in the DMs of a minor. But the fact that he outright admitted that the conversation happened, that definitely has a little bit of credibility. So we now know for certain from Dr. Disrespect himself that something inappropriate took place. He did have a whisper message conversation with a minor back in 2017, 7 years ago. But of course, there were no real intentions. I want to point out, Dr. Disrespect has been caught cheating on his wife and shit before. So forgive me, I guess, if I don't actually believe him when he says that there was no actual intentions behind the messages. Especially when he goes on to say, oh, they were just casual mutual conversations that leaned into being too inappropriate. If they leaned into being too inappropriate, then explain what exactly these real intentions you're discussing would have even been. Like, if there was nothing really there for you to have any intentions on in the first place, why are we even talking about intentions? And also, given your history too, I mean, come on, bro. Am I supposed to just believe that at face value? Like, you've been caught doing shit like this before. And then, of course, he doesn't even outright actually tell us what was said or what happened, like in that statement. It was just casual mutual conversations, just a little too inappropriate, nothing more, nothing illegal happened, no pictures, no crimes, never met him. So something weird happened outright. Like, that's just the fact of the fucking matter here. I think the real question now really comes down to, did Dr. Disrespect know that this was a minor? Now, it doesn't make it much better if he didn't, because ultimately he was still talking to a minor, but I mean, at least it would mean he didn't outright intend to, like, be fucking flirting with a child, basically, on Twitch, right? That, I would say, is some pretty big ground to gain in this whole thing, but this whole thing just reeks of suspicion. I mean, you're going back and fucking editing the post and taking out words, taking out the word minor. You don't want to outright tell us, like, what specifically happened here, right? It's just, oh, well, nothing illegal happened, no pictures, so okay, what does that mean? Were you talking about, meeting up with her like the allegations are saying? Because even if you didn't meet him, if you were trying to meet up with a minor through Twitch, that's still a pretty big fucking deal, bro. Like, I don't know, it doesn't really fully I guess, exonerate him from anything here, He admits that something odd took place, but doesn't really do any due diligence to actually clarify it, right? And I mean, he openly says it, like, the two people or whatever from Twitch have come out and talked about it, so he's pretty much free to speak on it now, because he's not the one who opened the can of worms. But even still, with that advantage now being granted to him, he's not going fully into detail about what actually happened. Just to clarify, here's what I want to know out of all of this, right? Number one, how old was this minor on Twitch, right? I want to know the age. Was this just some, 12-year-old kid that Dr. Disrespect was trying to fucking rizz up? Or was this like a 17-year-old who, maybe he thought she was 18 or 19. He made a mistake, turned out she was 17. He, fucking whoa Nelly's his way out of it or something, right? Who knows? We don't, because nobody's really fucking breaking it, right? There are still so many unanswered questions in this entire thing. We're still looking for chat logs. We're still looking for something, right? And even in that time, Dr. Disrespect is doing himself no fucking favors. He's out here editing his statements to take out the word minor. He's admitting that these conversations happened to some degree. And that brings up another question. What was actually said behind closed doors? What was Dr. Disrespect allegedly saying to this minor over Twitch Whispers? That he's openly admitting that he said something. And then also, at the end of this entire statement, he goes on this, macho thing about, oh, they want me to disappear. Yeah, fucking right. I don't give a fuck about the haters, brah. But yesterday on stream, you literally were talking about fleeing to Costa Rica and disappearing from the internet and riding off into the sunset and all these other things, right? Now, I'm not saying that this automatically makes Dr. Disrespect guilty. A lot of this shit, once again, it's just stuff that, it's a lot of coincidences and it's a lot of, other dots kind of lining up if you make them line up. But I mean, you can't sit here and play both sides of it like that. You can't, on one hand, be telling us how fatigued you are from streaming, how sometimes you just want to disappear forever, you want to just let it be, and then you're on here trying to act all fucking tough in the statement that you keep editing to take out the word minor and put it back in. Talking about, oh, they wanted me to disappear. That ain't happening. This is an extended vacation. Which one is it, man? Are you leaving? Are you taking a break? Are you coming back after all this? Is it fuck the haters? Is it I had a conversation with a minor, or I didn't have a conversation with one? Which one is it, man? I don't know. I find it weird that in the statement, the first thing is, oh, there's no filter with me, but every single thing he said regarding this entire situation, even after the gloves were taken off when Twitch employees came forward to Bloomberg or whatever, it's literally just all been filtered, very, 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 very carefully concocted statements where he doesn't really answer anything. I mean, the only thing he's really answered is that he texted a minor. I mean, he says nothing illegal happened, but I mean, bro, there are allegations that you did. I mean, these people are saying that they were sexting. These people are saying that he was inquiring about her status of like what she was doing at TwitchCon. Like, I don't know, bro. These are some pretty serious allegations to just be like, oh yeah, I talked to the minor and we had some inappropriate conversations that teetered sometimes, but nothing more. I don't know, man. It's really just not the best response to all this. To be fair, like I said, we haven't seen the chat logs. We haven't seen, you know, the proof. We don't have the minor or whatever, right? We don't know the age or anything in any of this. But at this point in time, Dr. Disrespect is doing just as much as everyone else in this situation of not giving a clear answer on what's going on here. So anyway, that's kind of where everything really is right now in this whole thing. I mean, I'm not outright saying that Dr. Disrespect is guilty, but I mean, he openly admitted to texting with the minor and that there was some pretty inappropriate conversations that happened at some point, but he doesn't clarify any of the other important details. It's really just a complete shit show at the moment, this whole situation is. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, giving an update on the Dr. Disrespect situation, and signing out. And that's a wrap on this video, but big shout out to my Optimus Nation supporters. You guys are the real MVPs. For $10 a month, you get access to loads of exclusive videos and archived live streams, my members only Minecraft server where you can possibly appear in gameplay, early access to all new uploads, an invitation to the private Discord, and much more.